I'm gonna see what they're gonna be doing here.
I know we're waiting for them to connect. I'm wondering if there was a public arena there now.
Nah, it's just a visual bug. Sometimes it says they haven't connected when they're all actually in the lobby.
Kassadin, the first ban coming out from our blue side team Domo. Now it's up to KS. They're gonna go with the
Zareth ban, yeah.
I was trying to read that in Chinese, but it just says
It's just like a Englishification to Chinese. I don't know how to describe it.
They tried their best to make it sound like that. If that makes sense. And it's actually gonna be Syndra for our second ban coming out.
Very mid lane focused bans here.
And I mean, like, I think that makes sense because it's like, once you stop, I mean, the Syndra ban makes sense because an entire team can be built around Syndra. And Pantheon being taken out here as the final ban for our blue side team. But of course, there was also a Lissandra ban coming from KS.
I'm not too sure about the Pantheon ban. I mean, there's so many other champions that can fill Pantheon's role right now. So maybe that was not the best idea, unless KS is like known for their Pantheon play, which I don't think they are.
Right now it looks like we're on the beta version of Summoner's Rift, and Zed is going to be the final ban coming out from KS. Jana was locked in by Epibiaya.
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 I don't know if that's the way you want it pronounced, but that's how we've been doing it so far.
Call him Yaya.
Yeah, it's easier. I agree.
Cute names, you know.
Well, that's the team name is something cute, right?
Oh, that's a Joso Dodo Hawkeye.
Yeah. Hawkeye is the cute bit, right?
Yeah.
So I'm learning a little bit as I go along here. Okay, so on KS, we have Jace locked in and Jarvan. They actually have a lot of synergy together, especially with the acceleration gate. Allows Jarvan to get close to the enemy team to do his EQ combo and knock up a lot of bad guys.
So that is a pretty solid initiate.
Yes,
coming
indeed.
out from KS. And looks like we're going to have Corki maybe be the second pick. It hasn't been locked in just yet. Dodo is going to be going with Irelia. And Corki will indeed be locked in. Very common pick today is Corki.
Yeah, Corki is a very strong bot laner right now, especially with the amount of damage he does. It's a lot of mixed damage, which is impossible to build against during the mid game. So you both need magic resist and armor, and during the mid game, people only either had their armor or magic resist items, so it's very versatile.
Right, flexible. Either way, you can go AP or AD. And we got Kits going with
Galio.
Indeed, and
we've seen KS pick Galio before with astounding results, like topping the damage charts on someone who you don't really see doing much damage, and he doesn't even build any ability power on that guy. So it works surprisingly well. Like, if you haven't seen it before, prepare to be amazed, but it's a really good pick. Though I think he might have a bit of an issue with actually getting into the fight here. I mean, he does have the acceleration gate, but considering that they have a Janna and maybe an Azir if they lock that one in, it's going to be tough for Galio to even get near Domo at this point.
I do feel, though, that like the Corki pick versus... Ooh, I like the Sivir. Okay, there's a lot of speed to this team, and that's a lot of... I feel like the only character that offers absolutely zero CC to KS would actually be Sivir. Of course, does give a big buff to the entire team when that ulti comes in.
Yeah, that's correct. They're a highly maneuverable team. They have all the speed buffs from Nami, they got the acceleration gate, they got the Sivir's ultimate. It's a really mobile team, actually, so maybe they won't have too much of an issue with getting Galio in there. Domo, what they need to do is really focus on making sure Janna's in the right position to disengage.
Right, and I feel like this team screams that it's been built around Jarvan. Because, I mean, of course, where would you be without his ulti going in there, just, like, how do I say it, sealing things out. If the enemy team has no flash, if there's one character that's cut out with no flash, they're going to lunge in on that, and that's almost a 100% guaranteed kill.
Yeah, pretty much. Although I have to say, Domo do actually have quite a few dashes. I mean, Irelia can get out of Jarvan's Cataclysm. Corki as well can just Valkyrie out, and Azir, he can just jump to his soldiers too. So it may be a bit harder than KS are imagining to start these fights, but so far it's a really solid team composition. What KS really want to hope for is to get the Cataclysm down and then have Galio ult within the Cataclysm. That would be the ultimate death trap for Domo. So Domo really needs to focus on making sure that never happens.
Alright, so I mean, we've got about 2 minutes until we get into even just the loading screen. So again, this would be that oh so valuable time to announce that we need you to go to Facebook and like our sponsors, BenQ, Asus, AS Rock, and of course, give Riot Games a like on Facebook, and why not HK Esports while you're at it. Is there anyone I might have missed? Like, what's that logo between BenQ and AS Rock there?
I'm not quite sure. I think we have a...
Oh, it's a local company here in Hong Kong. It
I think they make phone apps, maybe a game.
Yeah, it says, oh, Jesus. It's hard for me to actually...
Kitchen God?
Yeah, Kitchen God.
Kitchen God, okay.
This is what it's known as.
So maybe you can get recipes or something from
Yeah.
Kitchen God.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Right. I mean, like, this is actually... I like this. I really do. I mean, it sounds like it isn't gaming related whatsoever, and this is more of what esports needs globally. We need more sponsors stepping out from the mainstream and saying, hey guys, we want to sponsor this tournament. You know, I mean, the best example I can think of was another game title was sponsored by that's what I'm looking for, a film company.
Oh, really?
Not a film company, a distributor, and that was Lionsgate, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow, I had no idea Lionsgate was esports sponsor. That's pretty good news. I mean, it's always good to see when bigger like non-gaming related companies step in, like when we have Coke sponsors for the World's Championship, that kind of thing. And Korean Air as well, but like all the Korean companies are quite invested within their esports. Like you see, even Jin Air has their own like League of Legends team, stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, like that's KESPA though. I mean, we're talking about mainstream teams in Korea that are sponsoring esports events. The thing is, or sponsoring esports events. What we need to do is we need to find a way to convince sponsors in other societies to go ahead and start stepping up that game.
Yeah, so using Korea as an example, we need to introduce the rest of the world that esports is a valuable
It's the way
thing.
of the future, guys.
Exactly. I mean, screw football when you can watch League of Legends.
Yeah.
This thing is way better. So much more fun.
Yeah, esports is the only sport that I live for. Come on.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, so we're about 20 seconds away from getting into this next game. Once again, you guys are watching Hong Kong Esports Winter. The Hong Kong Esports Championship Winter, excuse me. But this is now, I think we're getting in. We're at the quarterfinals right now. The team that wins this one is going to go on to.
Yeah, go into the semifinals. Yes.
That's right. And
which should be next week.
how much money is on the line in this entire tournament?
They didn't tell me.
They didn't tell you.
They did not tell me. Uh-oh.
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 Uh-oh,
Okay,
indeed.
so what do we do here? Okay, well now we're at the
Well,
loading
we go into the loading screen quickly to
Yeah.
cover up that blunder.
Game's just about to start.
Oh, so we have my favorite Irelia skin, which really puts a lot of like image onto the best part of her body, but I'm not gonna say anymore.
Okay. Alright, so here we are now, spawning to the blue side. It's gonna be Team Dodo.
Yes.
And
Domo, sorry, Domo.
Domo, excuse me. Well, I was gonna call them Dodo because their name is just 就说豆豆好可爱. And then in the upper right, it's gonna be Team KS. And this is a little bit mysterious. They've got 4 guys headed out to Red
Yeah,
Bull.
looks like this is gonna be an aggressive start. They don't have a level 1 hard CC, but it looks like they're gonna do it anyway. Maybe Koki will get there before them.
And I feel like, you know, if we see that golden boomerang hit coming from Sivir, which would actually be CHP right now, then that's going to mean a lot of damage. We already have a defensive ward coming down.
Whoops, double ward.
Yep.
A little bit of miscommunication there.
Okay. Or maybe just impulse, but I mean, I like how they're all grouped up at this stage. Oh, wait a minute. We can already see that the jungler, as well as Yaya, Dodo and Yaya are going to exploit the situation. They're going to see if maybe they can take the red, but now it looks like that.
I think KS will rotate up there and have a look. They know they're against a Nunu, so they know he's going to be like sneaking around the jungle a little bit. So here we go.
There it is. Okay.
Alright, so an attempted invade and then back to a very standard start. It does look like Dodo and Ebiaya are still going to try and get into the top side of the jungle. But I think Small 4-4 is going to scout them out. hard to say.
Yeah, I mean, this went from almost, how do I say this? An almost disastrous opener for Domo, than it did. It just kind of turned into a normal-ish game, but it looks like they're going to go ahead and
this could be really bad for Thor, actually, if this red buff goes and they just walk out.
It is.
Because they have no idea right now. They didn't even ward that bush. Oh, here we
now
go.
He's figuring it out, but I mean, that's a
Nunu's still level 1, unfortunately.
Yeah, he's chasing him down, but I mean, it looks like there's going to be
oh,
assist
no.
coming from mid lane. Dodo is in a lot of trouble.
But he gets out. He's just going to recall him and get his own jungle buffs. I don't think Thor will be able to get them. Oh!
Gabriel coming in here from the bot lane. And was that a misclick coming in? First blood goes to Hi, I'm Gabriel.
Wow, good job. Hi, I'm Gabriel.
I mean,
not the ideal character you want the first blood to, but...
Right, and I mean, like, what happened there was a seer looked like he was... It was almost like he was taunted or something. He just moved back, but I mean, there aren't any taunts available on any of those characters, are there?
No, you're right. I think he just misclicked the wrong way. Maybe he clicked the mini-map. I've done that before. It's very embarrassing to have it happen to you, but it does happen.
Oh, yeah. I've done that before myself. Like, it is. But, looks like that red buff is now going to fall into the hands of KS.
Yeah, this is Thor's revenge here.
Maybe not. Domo gets it! He's like, okay, well, you can't steal mine, I'll just take mine. And I'll stay in the position that I'm in right now. But blue buffs to this stage have not been taken just yet. They're going to resume with the laning phase of bot.
Yeah, Thor's not looking too happy here. He hasn't even cleared his red buff as well, so that's not going to be nice to realize.
Right. But I mean, he does have a bit of a level lead on top of Nunu. It's just that gives Nunu a little bit more ganking potential, which we see happening here on mid lane. Kids struggling to get away, will take a couple of pokes, but for the most part, be alive. He just doesn't have that flash later on.
Yeah, but neither does Azir, so they do have that equality now, so it's not the worst thing in the world, but still vulnerable to ganks.
Thus far, I feel like this game is almost blow for blow, just about even. I mean, the only disadvantage would, of course, be that the jungles are a bit unbalanced right now. And
Dodo just eating all of Thor's jungle here.
Yeah, I'm wondering if he's going to go for Poacher on his machete, but maybe he's just doing this early game to really put Jarvan behind.
Although Poacher, it seems great for counter jungling, no one buys that. It's just not worth it. It's just a little speed buff when you can have extra CC instead.
He hops in there, and he sees that it's gone. I mean, Thor is really not too happy about the way he started. At least he got away with the blue buff, though. He's got to be grateful for that much. And Kits is also basically forced under tunnel, or under tower right now, with the way things are going at mid lane. And we're going to see Dicky picking up the blue buff, it looks like, by the looks of things.
Yeah, that's quite a surprising development. We don't usually see blue buff go to the mid laners this early, but on Azir, blue buff is very useful. If he can keep spamming his soldiers, he can constantly keep Jace under the tower, and that's where Jace really starts to struggle, as all of Jace's mana will be going towards trying to farm those minions, and then he'll have to go pretty quickly.
Right. So I mean, like, not everything is doom and gloom for KS at the moment, or rather, excuse me, I mean to say Domo, because I mean, we can see just trades here and there, and at mid lane, it's going to be a pretty okay fight in favor of Dicky.
Yeah, Dicky's going to have the advantage. That's for sure. Maybe they'll find some like areas to gank. I mean, it looks like Domo's lanes are a bit too far pushed up, which allows Thor to maybe get a gank somewhere in. I think he should start moving towards the bottom lane, however.
Right. I'm wondering just where the runes are for CHP, because it looks like he's doing quite a bit of damage with just auto-attacking. And at this stage, he only has a Doran's Blade, perfectly normal open.
I mean, Sivir is one of those AD carries who really excels during the early game.
Nice Zephyr onto CHP and a slow to keep him from chasing Domo Fofo.
You see more Nunu antics going down in Thor's jungle.
Okay, so At this stage, all things considered, this is a pretty even game. It's just that, I mean, right now we're going to have our mid laner hits under turret for a while. Dodo
getting ready to smite steal that.
Don't know about that. Maybe he could be waiting for his...
Yeah, he got it. He got it.
Brilliant,
Oh.
and the nice pickup.
HKESC Gabriel being a bit too aggressive there with telling Nunu to go away, not realizing that Fofo and Soyeon were coming around the corner to get him too.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so Dragon still pretty open. It's still on the table.
I mean, it is a Nunu, so they could get away with doing the Dragon earlier, but he is quite low on mana.
Yeah, and he's going for the crab right now just to get vision.
Yeah,
that
little
Dragon.
scuttler.
And of course, not to mention the speed buff that it gives. It also allows for potentially faster ganks, but also, how do I say, some more viable escape.
Looks like Ebe Biaya is having a bit of trouble in that top lane. Has to go back, now out of mana.
Yeah, smaller for
Small for 4, I think.
Okay, he's doing all right there, and now it looks like...
And now we see the Dragon going down. This is a really good play.
This is going to give a very strong start to our blue team.
Yeah, unfortunately KS nowhere near the right location to be in right now. They really needed some wards around that area. Unfortunately, HKESC Gabriel did get herself killed.
That is not ideal to say the very least.
So it looks like Domo's really playing to their advantage here, making sure that they get all the objectives possible from the kills that they get.
If I may ask, what's the point of getting the crab in Baron?
Just river vision so you can see the jungler going up and down.
Makes a little more sense, but it looks like Soyeon getting caught out here in the open, and that ignite will finish him off. KS gets away with a kill, and that brings him back just a little bit more in this game. Stuck under turret for most of the time. And I think that's going to make up for the 10 CS difference between himself and his opposing mid laner.
That is correct. However, they still a Dragon behind at this point, but it is better than nothing at this point.
Oh, but Smaller is not looking good here. He goes down to Yaya. Let's just call him Yaya.
Yeah, Yaya and his Transcendent Blades did a surprising amount of damage. I did think Galio would be able to heal that up, but apparently not.
Alright. Steady push. Support is missing at bot lane for both sides, so this is kind of sending out mixed signals for both ends, and I think this this new roaming support made something that I will grow to like.
Yeah, it's really interesting to watch, I have to say.
Yeah, I feel as though Gabriel was right next to Thor to just keep him a little bit safer, if that makes sense. I mean, the ward was there. They were just basically saying, okay, well, don't come here. Don't try and gank me. This is not going to work.
Yeah, they're a bit wary of Nunu and his counter ganking as well. He's been doing quite well applying pressure to the jungler.
CHP already has a BF sword. We can already see that at this stage, I mean, this is just going to mean a little bit more pushing power as well, since we've got our bot lane Corki there. Domo Fofo, he's stuck with a Phage and Thorn's Blade. He's getting Monocrystal. He's building towards that Trinity Force.
Yeah, that is correct. So what I'd like to see in the bottom lane is just CHP constantly pushing in, but they need to really get HKESC Gabriel to spread some wards down the bottom side of the jungle, just to keep Nunu out, and then force down that bottom tower so they can start roaming.
Right, and on top of that, the first Tower Blood does go to Dodo, Team Domo, excuse me. But now there it is, the Catalyst and the flash out coming from Dodo, the Chilling Smite from both ends, and it looks like we're going to have Domo Dodo getting away just a little bit more. He's going to clear out that pink ward.
Yeah, Nunu is actually quite fast with his Blood Boil on. It is hard to hold him down, and he does have a high amount of base health. As you can also see, he's built a Sightstone, so he's like a lot more tankier than you'd expect.
On top of that, he also has more vision in his opponent's jungle. I like this move.
Yeah, that's the whole idea of the Sightstone on the jungler. It's a really good idea.
And here it goes, 2v3. This is not looking too good, and that is...
Oh, Ebe Biaya coming in.
Yeah. This is not looking good. Nice pick
nice
off.
Snipe. Once again with the Transcendent Blades onto Galio there. That was a really good pick.
And the red buff goes into the hands of...
Dodo once again.
Yeah. Sorry guys, I'm struggling to pull it together because I only got 2 hours of sleep last night. Hopped on a plane or hopped on an airplane at got here about 3 hours ago. Do forgive me.
It doesn't help that we're on a team called Domo with players called Fofo and Dodo.
And yeah.
Doesn't matter how much sleep you get, you're just gonna mix those up over and over again.
It's a tongue twister. Like, I think they do this just to troll the casters. I can only imagine what the LCS casters would say to these guys when they're playing, or how they would pronounce it. They would inevitably mispronounce someone unless they got a master's degree in communications, maybe.
Maybe. So the game so far is definitely in Domo's favor. Most likely, well, due to Nunu's like presence, like he's really forcing Thor to play on the back foot, and once Thor is on the back foot, that means his laners have to be very wary about jungle pressure.
I mean, like on top of that, I mean this is only early game. I mean, plays have yet to be made, especially these ones like smaller for he keeps on getting caught out like this. I feel like there's no safe way from the farm here. He will be going back home to heal up, and of course maybe.
Yeah, I have to question Small 4-4's build pattern. He did go Chalice first when you're against an Irelia. Like, she's primarily AD and true damage. You do not want to build magic resistance to that. Did pick up a giant spell though, so he's going in the right direction now. Maybe a little too late. But we'll see.
Okay, so for the time being, I mean, that secondary mid lane turret has been pinged, so it looks like they want to try and make a push there. No, actually the play looks like it's going to hit bot lane, if anything, perhaps. But Thor does catch on to this. And now we got the reaction coming from our 2 bot laners. They're going to try and pick off Domo here, or at least discourage him from coming to their lane.
I think he's just getting some deep wards down. His dragon's about to pop up in about 30 seconds, so he wants to get as much vision further into the jungle as he can.
Makes perfect sense. I mean, they already have Dragon number 1. Dragon number 2 means they're going to get, I feel like, at least 2 or 3 more turrets.
Yeah. And KS keep doing this double warding that we keep seeing. Like, they got one in the river right there. You see the 2 wards next to each other? They need to work on the communication a little bit to make sure that that doesn't happen, because wasting wards is really bad at this stage of the game.
It is. I mean, yeah, it may not seem like a big deal when you're spending 75 gold on a ward, but once that starts stacking up, it starts to, you know...
It really does make a difference. Oh, bit of a waste of the pink there. Teleport coming in.
Yeah, and that is that a total surround? This is looking like it's an engagement that may not go in favor of our team Dodo.
Oh, it's happening, the flash ult.
Yeah, there it is. And now the disengage coming in from Soya, and I don't think it may be enough though. We've got Yaya coming in from back and trying to get the snipe on a smaller fort. He's getting away, struggling for dear life, and it looks like he may. Thor does throw down the Cataclysm, and it looks like we're going to have 3 kills picked up by our team that was down.
Yeah, that was a really good play by KS there. Just managed to get around to all sides of Domo. Completely outplaying them that team fight.
Oh, nice my snipe. God, the plays by Fofo. But it looks
maybe
like
paying for this.
Yeah.
Oh, still had his Valkyrie.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm surprised he didn't get 4-4 too.
And that's why you don't send that side of the dragon, or you will get sniped, especially with that low in health.
That's why a lot of teams actually drag that dragon out a little bit, aggro it, and then send it out. But I mean, they get away with the second dragon. Sure, they lose a guy, but I mean, they have just a little bit more attacking power to them.
I believe that was not the second dragon. That was the, ooh.
Oh my
god.
The
revenge.
He does get a nice pick off there. That was pretty good.
That was really good.
Yeah.
But Nunu's coming in hot. Good old Dodo with a snowball.
Go. Kit's trying to get away from this with a little bit of aid from Sivir. Not, you know, just really damage aid is all that is. No, no slows, nothing of that nature.
Seems Dodo is actually maxing his consume, so his snowballs aren't doing any damage at all.
Coming in for the interception on Domo Dodo, but there's 3 members here. The Zephyr coming in, and it looks like it will be a pickup for Dicky and a steal on the blue buff.
Yeah, that was a great play by Dodo right there. Domo, sorry. Dodo and Domo, actually. It still works. I can say anything at this point, and it's still relevant.
I mean, like, his name is Domo Dodo. You know, I mean, it's like, try saying that 10 times fast. Try saying toy boat 10 times fast. That's impossible.
Yeah, I'm not even going to attempt that on stream.
Like, you eventually start saying toy boy. Yeah, it's like, it's one of those, but yeah. Small 4-4, trying to keep that turret alive. stuck under it for the most part, but
yeah. I mean, look at the CS difference between 4-4 and Ebeb Yaya right now.
yeah, I mean, almost double
Huge
at this
difference,
stage.
yeah.
I mean, I would say the gold lead is at least double for Yaya, but the play is about to come in here yet again. We've got Thor diving in there, going in with the Cataclysm yet again, and a Tidal Wave following up from Gabriel. Small 4-4, looks like he's in a lot of trouble, won't be getting away, and gives the team another kill.
Oh, the snipe!
Brilliant on that ultimate coming in from our Domo Fofo.
Yeah, Fofo is really on point with his sniper mechanics here.
His missile barrage is amazing.
I feel like he should be playing Counter-Strike at this point.
Okay.
So as I said, it's a very scrappy game so far with 7 kills for Domo and 6 kills on KS. So the gold lead is definitely in Domo's favor right now.
Yeah. Yeah, he's trying to push down this middle turret, but I mean, we've got a very eagerly awaiting Domo Fofo at this moment.
He's a champion with great wave clear as well. You're not going to easily take a tower from the Corki.
That is true.
Okay, Yaya waiting for 4-4 to come into lane here.
Yeah.
Will he be able to get something?
I don't think.
Go on,
maybe
go on,
4-4 can
yeah.
get away, maybe he can't. That is a beautiful ambush. The stun, everything else in between.
I mean, it just puts him down to half health. Like, he can't stay in lane for much longer after that.
Obviously. I mean, it may not seem like a big deal. Yeah, he doesn't get the kill. Yeah, he takes him down to half HP, but I mean, he's not going to be able to fight him straight up if he's caught out from underneath turret.
That is true.
Now we've got another 2 minutes in game time before Baron is ready to go, but who on earth has seen a 20-minute Baron in Season 4?
Yeah, it's not something that's too common anymore, especially with how strong Baron is these days.
The debuff that he gives to a team, I mean, it really is, how do I say this? It can hurt your team more than it can help sometimes.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
So I'd like to see KS really start pushing for an objective at this point. They're still a tower behind. It's 18 minutes into the game. They really need to focus on getting the team together and starting fighting. They do have quite a good team composition for team fighting too. They just need to get the first engage.
CHP is alone in bot lane right now, but is about to be joined by Gabriel as well as Kits and, of course, Thor.
They are spotted by a ward, so I don't think Soyeon and Fofo are going to be too heavy with that push.
Yeah. Mid lane is going to, I guess you'd say, get a continuing push put onto it at this moment. Oh, but this is a brilliant play. Gabriel flashes away, throws down the tidal wave, but it's not enough.
Those Silver Elo bush tactics paying off the Domo here.
Yeah, Soyeon does pick up the kill, though I'm not sure if that was quite worth it or not, but...
it's always worth if you get a kill. Oh, 1-for-1 exchange there.
Nice at top lane. I mean, given the position that we actually have that Galileo in, I mean, that is an absolutely amazing exchange Small 4-4 gets.
I've got a replay here.
Going out indestructible ulti. Then Yaya coming in here, maybe getting the ignite soon.
Nah, neither of them have ignite, but like it was just the minion damage from flashing away.
That's how close it was. That's the brilliant part of this.
Yeah, maybe a bit too ballsy from Yaya there, but the 1-for-1 exchange isn't too bad. I'd say it's more worth for Galio considering how far behind he is and he needs that gold at this point.
In the background, we actually had Dicky taking down Kits, and that was unseen. We might just catch that on replay.
Was that? Oh, that was at his inner tower as well. So, wow, a lot of damage coming out from Dicky right now.
It would be interesting to see, to be honest with you guys. Of course, Baron with his Santa hat, just saying hello.
He really needs to take that off at some point. It's not Christmas anymore.
Gabriel missing the bubble, and thus any initiates. Thor gonna go back now, and
so we got Dragon coming up in 40 seconds. So I think the teams are gonna start moving towards the bottom side. Both top laners do have their teleports, so this could be an upcoming team fight.
There was something that popped up on the screen just a minute ago, and I was trying to read it in Chinese, but I couldn't figure it out. I think it was a turret that went down. I believe it was. I mean, they've got one turret killed to the game, that is say, KS at the moment.
Oh, it was Azir's turret. That's what it is. That's quite bad actually that it counted in the overlay. But yeah, Azir had put a turret on the dead mid lane tower there, and the minions had killed it.
Thor is looking like he's not in such a hot spot right now. He does get absolute zeroed after taking a snowball, and of course Azir coming in with that ultimate just keeps him from getting out there. KS going to be next on the menu for our top laner, Yaya.
Oh, is this an early Baron as well?
Could it be?
Well, they have the Nunu. This is definitely possible.
Plays could be made as well. I mean, we've got...
They do have a Galio. His
got
flash is not up though, and there is his ultimate for another 15 seconds.
I mean, just like with one boomerang, might be able to do enough damage to get a couple of pickoffs here and there, but I mean, it's all really big iffy. That Baron now at 2,000 HP. The disengage coming in here. Soyeon.
Oh, Corki actually taking that. That was close.
That was actually Fofo who got it, and I feel as though that was well.
CHP. No.
CHP does not.
Very good play from Yaya out there with the blade surge and the stun.
Yeah, I mean the only one who went down in all of that was Dicky, but I mean still that's one less player on the enemy team with Baron buff, one less enemy player with pushing potential. But now we've got the red team, KS pinging out Dragon. Yeah,
definitely a good idea for them to pick it up as Dicky is still dead. But maybe they'll just go for the mid tower first and then.
I mean, that's a smart move. Guaranteed move almost. Domo just pushing forward, not caring too terribly much about what may be on the other end, but of course he is the tank.
He's a very big Nunu right now.
And he's using Chilling Blood right now. At the same time, they kind of go hand in hand. It's not putting them on their teammates, of course, putting them on themselves.
Alright, so now they get the Dragon as well. Domo is just really mobile this game, picking up all the objectives.
Yeah, that is their second Dragon on top of the Baron. I mean, like, that being said, how much, like, the pushing power now is insane.
Yeah, that's true.
Minutes of the game.
They should try splitting up the Baron buff to the different lanes to allow each lane to have empowered minions. Maybe try and get that top tower, as that's the only outer tower still standing at this point.
Okay. Well,
they seem to be moving towards bottom. I mean,
that's the move they're making right now.
Yeah, it's a good move. I don't think they knew that all of KS were in the top side of the jungle, but it's working out really well. They're gonna get this tower for free, it seems.
Yeah, and they know where their enemy team is not, and they know that they've already got Baron buff. They can do whatever they want with this.
Maybe they'll try and sandwich on top of these guys.
I don't know. Yaya is way out of position, and Yaya is basically the most fed character on their team.
Dicky's out of position.
Oh,
he gets a kill though.
Going straight into.
He has his tower up.
Yeah, Thor is.
Oh my god.
As well. And it looks like the plays are being made. This is an exchange 2 for 1. I'm not sure if that was worth it.
That was definitely worth it. I mean, Dicky just held his own against like 3 or 4 members of the team coming at him one by one, killing 2 of them.
I meant to say for SK.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
They had to do what they had to do in that position. But I mean, they took. Well, I mean, Dicky didn't even have Baron buff. But oh, man.
Still, insane amount of damage, and they allowed Yaya to just take away that top tower with ease.
That is true.
Seems like they're waiting in here. I don't think KS are gonna go near this. Maybe they will. Oh, sneaking around. There they go.
Just walks right into that, and that was a donation. Quite unfortunate.
Unfortunately, warding the wrong part of the bush, that made him actually face check it to actually ward that.
Now mid turret looks like it's next on the hit list here, as we have almost unstoppable Dodo team. Nice pickup there. That phosphorus bomb right
Fofo
after the
doing
kill.
Insane amount of damage here. Yeah.
Double kill coming in here for Fofo, and he's borderline not caring about that mid turret.
Spamming the missing things on Fofo. I wonder what that's about. Just like, what the hell? This guy's so good.
Indeed. Now they are just continuing to clear out that wave and try and put whatever pressure they can on that mid turret. But I mean, at this state, we're gonna see both Thor and Chip CHP coming back into the game. So I don't think this is too much of a problem coming from our SK team.
Yeah, I think KS is definitely really on the back foot right now. Worrying a bit. Oh.
Well, I mean, they were able to clear them out. Looks like they might be able to catch out Yaya, but no, they choose not to follow up.
It really is quite fast, especially with that Trinity Force, gives her a lot of movement speed. So she can easily just run away. There's no hard CC from Jace too.
I don't know, the question is, what does Team KS do to come back in this position? I mean, they're not, I mean, they are at basically threshold for surrender right now. Once you surpass a 10,000 gold lead, you know, that's basically when you might want to consider surrendering. But what can we see?
Looks like they might get Yaya here.
Come back. And they want this kill so badly that we actually have CHP activating the ulti so long in advance to get Yaya out. And that says shut down.
Yeah, this is exactly what they need to do. They need to try and find picks within any part of the map. But it looks like they might get this bottom tower for Domo.
Yeah, I mean, like, that bottom tower in exchange for Yaya, I don't know. Not
really worth it, no. That's an open inhibitor now. Somewhere you want to be. They do get the top outer tower, though, for KS. So they're finding gold here and there, but they need to do a lot more than that to, like, really stay in this game.
Alright, so Kit's now going back. I mean, we have the Mercurial Scimitar coming out from. This is almost this kind of build at this stage of the game. It says almost indestructible if you are playing Yaya right now. I mean, the Mercurial Scimitar offers, if I'm not mistaken, a little bit of magic resist. If it's not that, then it offers both AP and AD.
No, the Mercurial Scimitar is actually just magic resist. It gives you a cleanse, it builds out of the Quicksilver Sash. And it also gives you a burst of movement speed upon activation too.
Highly situational item, and it's one of those things that I'm too low ELO to know how to build, or why to build.
Generally, you don't want to build it, you can sit on your Quicksilver Sash, but considering how fed he is, he can do whatever he wants and it'll still work. What's amazing though, is I'd like to comment on, is the kill distribution on Domo right now is perfect. They've got all the kills on the carries, and both Dodo, and Soyeon only have like 1 kill between them. All assists.
Alright.
So perfect distribution of gold right now.
At this stage...
Damn, Fofo does so much damage.
Yeah, they want that inhib. That's why they're poking the bot lane. I mean, they say, yeah, there's no turret here, and we're just going to push in here because it's that much easier to go with.
They know Yaya's top, they're going to engage.
Now it's Absolute Zero coming in from Domo. Momo, small 4-4, looks like he is getting slowed and, of course, focused out. Unfortunately, it will be a member of our team on defense that first falls. That will be 4-4. And next, who is it? The inhibitor.
I mean, it was a good attempted engage. However, Yaya's teleport was up, and he managed to zone all of the team from joining in 4-4's engage there. Like, it was a really good zone from Yaya. Fofo going crazy here.
Yeah.
Gonna die for it, but style points.
Yeah, I mean, he's got the ladies cheering for him back at home. I mean, he says the ladies like a dangerous man. But I mean, the death timers are getting to a very dangerous point in the game. It's about 40 seconds. At this stage, and whoa, top lane. I am Gabriel now running to the hills after we had Thor taken down by Yaya. That's just how fed he is at this stage of the game. But
yeah, never underestimate the low health Irelia. But that's the 3rd dragon for Domo, is it? Or is it the 4th now? I believe it's the 3rd.
It certainly is. I think it's
it's the 3rd. You can see here on Yaya. A little buff.
It's kind of crazy. Yeah, you got 3rd dragon there. But
that's a ridiculous amount of movement speed on Yaya right now. It's a scary guy.
Able to escape, but again, it's that no moment coming into the game.
They didn't know he was there, but they would have found him.
Yeah. Okay, so
I think they're trying to set up the Baron Domo. I mean, they got the pink ward down. Team's moving up to that general direction.
Well, I do want to say that if we can see some kind of a miracle pickoff coming from KS, then that's going to be one thing that can bring them back in the game. Thor has vision of this, but of course I'm sure that ward's going to be dealt with.
This is an ideal position for Domo as the bottom inhibitor is gone for KS, so those super minions are going to start rushing right into the base now.
Right, and as long as they're on Baron, they're going to keep them out of their base for the most part.
Exactly. So KS are really in a tight spot here.
Do they sack Baron? It looks like they do. They got a couple of guys that are recalling right now, and that is...
As soon as they see CHP, they're going to do it. Yeah, now.
Right. Okay, well, here we go again. You can already see on the minimap we've got the clear-away coming down from CHP, but without CHP's DPS in this fight, as well as the utilities...
Oh, Yaya just going, screw it, I'm going to 1v4 you guys.
Going ham on the entire
Oh
team.
my god.
The tidal wave coming in here. Phosphorus bomb follow-up coming in, and it looks like this is one that is going straight to the pocket of our blue team.
Domo once again missing the smite.
Yeah, I mean, right now it's all to CHP, and I mean, good luck trying to make that play happen as the ADC, but they don't even care.
I don't think it's
turret. I don't know. Now it looks like they actually do.
They have the Baron minions coming in as well. I don't think CHP can do much to stop it.
10 seconds on the reset. Nice boomerang there, but not quite able to take Dicky down. We got the ulti coming in now. That disengage as well as the heal. Turret 1 goes down, but all of those heroes are starting to get up, but there's no turrets to assist them on the Nexus. They may just choose to focus it down. No, they're going to take them as they are spawning. Absolute Zero coming in yet again, and it looks like game number 1 is going to go to Domo.
Well played, Domo. That was an intense game.
It was. Really back and forth. I don't want to say the closest we've had today, but
it was pretty close within the up until the